We begin with big news from the mortgage and foreclosure crisis.
Government officials tell CBS News a historic settlement will be announced today that could affect nearly 2 million homeowners. The $26 billion deal involves 49 states. That's every state except Oklahoma and some of America's largest banks.
Business and economics correspondent Rebecca Jarvis is with us. Rebecca, good morning.
Good morning.
So what do they hope that this will accomplish?
Well, economically speaking, they hope that it will turn the tide for housing. Housing is what put us into the Great Recession, and the hope here is that they can stem the falling prices and also stem some of the foreclosures, but that is a long ways away.
Who qualifies?
So ultimately, you have two different groups that this is targeting. First of all, it's targeting the underwater homeowners, people who have homes that are less in value than the cost of their mortgage. Those individuals, about 1 million of them, will see principal reduction as a result of this deal. So they will actually see their principal come down if they happen to have a loan that is owned by those 5 biggest banks. If it's owned by Fannie or Freddie, and about half the mortgages in this country are, you're not going to be eligible for this deal. The other group outside of the refinancing are those who have lost their homes already to foreclosure. About 750,000 of them will actually see a payout as a result of this deal, but that payout may be as little as $2,000. So if you've lost your home due to improper foreclosure practices known as robo-signing, $2,000 is cold comfort at this point.
Yeah, it is a little bit of cold comfort. What is this in terms of an upside to it? Does this do anything to then help the housing market, though, and prices?
Well, ultimately, what you may see, because banks have been in a holding pattern for a while now. 14 months of this settlement have really been underway. So banks now have a clear signal that they can proceed with a foreclosure backlog. On top of that, however, once they work through that foreclosure backlog, once these homeowners get paid out and hopefully get to refinance their mortgages, assuming the plan goes according to plan, then ultimately you may see a rebound in the housing market. That is clearly the hope here.
What's in it for the banks?
The banks get out of lawsuits. They get out of lawsuits in a narrowly defined sense. They get out of lawsuits surrounding the robo-signing practices, and those are the practices where they evicted homeowners without going through the proper paperwork. And that a lot of analysts are telling me that's a big reason why they signed on to this settlement, because they thought they could actually be facing multiples of billions of dollars in lawsuits down the road for those practices.
All right, Becky, thanks.